Imagine meeting someone who seems humble, shy, and even self-effacing. They might appear sensitive, reserved, or even a little awkward. But beneath that quiet exterior, something more sinister could be lurking. Covert narcissism is a hidden form of narcissistic personality disorder that is often overlooked, misunderstood, and dangerously subtle. Unlike the classic narcissist, who is loud, boastful, and attention-seeking, the covert narcissist operates in the shadows. Their manipulation is subtle, their self-importance is disguised, and their emotional impact can be devastating. Today, we are going to break down exactly how to spot covert narcissism before it is too late, so you can protect yourself and those you care about from emotional harm. Covert narcissism, sometimes called vulnerable or shy narcissism, is a personality style marked by a deep need for admiration and validation, but expressed in a quiet, indirect way. While overt narcissists are easy to spot with their grandiosity and arrogance, covert narcissists are more likely to play the victim, appear introverted, or act overly sensitive. They may seem self-critical, but underneath, they harbor the same entitlement and lack of empathy as their overt counterparts. Covert narcissists crave attention and affirmation, but they seek it through passive-aggressive behaviors, guilt-tripping, or subtle manipulation. Their tactics are often so well hidden that even close friends and family can miss the signs until significant emotional damage has been done. To truly understand covert narcissism, it helps to compare it to overt narcissism. Overt narcissists are the classic attention seekers. They are loud, charming, and often dominate conversations. They want to be admired and will do almost anything to be the center of attention. In contrast, covert narcissists are more reserved. They may avoid the spotlight, but they still crave recognition and validation. Instead of demanding attention, they might sulk, withdraw, or use subtle guilt to get what they want. Both types share a fragile self-esteem and a deep need for admiration, but their methods of getting it are very different. Recognizing these differences is the first step in spotting covert narcissism. So, what are the red flags that someone might be a covert narcissist? First, pay attention to excessive sensitivity to criticism. Covert narcissists often react with intense defensiveness or silent treatment when confronted. They may play the victim, making you feel guilty for bringing up concerns. Another sign is passive-aggressive behavior. Instead of direct confrontation, they might use sarcasm, backhanded compliments, or subtle digs to undermine others. Covert narcissists also tend to have a chronic sense of being misunderstood or unappreciated. They may constantly complain that no one really gets them or that life is unfair. Watch for emotional manipulation, such as guilt-tripping or gaslighting, where they twist reality to make you doubt your own perceptions. Finally, notice if they have difficulty celebrating others' successes. They might downplay your achievements or shift the focus back to themselves, even in subtle ways. These warning signs can be easy to miss, but over time, they add up to a pattern of covert narcissism. What causes someone to become a covert narcissist? Psychologists believe it often stems from a combination of genetic predisposition and early childhood experiences. Many covert narcissists grew up in environments where their emotional needs were not met, leading them to develop a fragile sense of self-worth. Instead of building healthy self-esteem, they learn to protect themselves by withdrawing, sulking, or manipulating others for reassurance. Covert narcissists are often deeply insecure, but instead of expressing this openly, they hide it behind a mask of humility or victimhood. Their need for validation is just as intense as that of overt narcissists, but their methods are more indirect and insidious. Understanding this psychology can help you recognize covert narcissism in your relationships. Let us look at some real-life scenarios where covert narcissism might show up. Imagine a coworker who always seems to be the martyr, taking on extra work but then complaining that no one appreciates them. Or a friend who never directly asks for help but makes you feel guilty if you do not offer it. In romantic relationships, a covert narcissist might constantly test your loyalty, making you feel like you are never doing enough, even though you are giving your all. They might use silent treatment as punishment or withdraw affection to manipulate your emotions. In family dynamics, a covert narcissist parent might play favorites or use guilt to control their children. These scenarios illustrate how covert narcissism can infiltrate every area of life, often without being noticed until the emotional toll becomes overwhelming. Why is covert narcissism so difficult to identify? The answer lies in its subtlety. Covert narcissists are masters of disguise. They often present themselves as sensitive, misunderstood, or even self-sacrificing. Their manipulative behaviors are hidden behind a facade of humility or victimhood, making it hard to see their true motives. They rarely engage in open conflict, preferring to use passive-aggressive tactics or emotional withdrawal. This makes it easy to dismiss their behavior as simple insecurity or shyness, rather than recognizing it as a pattern of narcissistic manipulation. By the time the truth comes out, significant emotional damage may have already occurred. If you suspect you are dealing with a covert narcissist, there are steps you can take to protect yourself. First, set clear boundaries and stick to them, even if it feels uncomfortable. Do not allow guilt or manipulation to sway your decisions. Practice self-care and prioritize your own emotional well-being. Seek support from trusted friends, family, or a mental health professional who understands narcissistic abuse. Educate yourself about covert narcissism so you can recognize the signs early. Remember, you are not responsible for fixing or changing a covert narcissist. Protecting your own mental health is the top priority. Covert narcissism is real, and it is more common than most people realize. By learning to spot the warning signs, you can protect yourself and help others do the same. If you found this information helpful, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Veil Breaker channel for more insights and strategies.